Good morning. Welcome to Gametography. Bad Gamer popping on in. And this is the show where we talk about games and photography and we smush them together. And it's like having a PSX1 Box 5. And it's the ultimate place for the thing. All right. And I think right there that Tidy Mice corrected a, a spelling error because I'm bad at that stuff. What's up, everybody? Want to give a shout out right away to Logan MLX Plays is here, everybody, and Tidy Mice Taunty is here, everybody, and I am joined by our wonderful co-host, the incomparable Lady Snipeshot is here, everybody. What's up, Rach?
Hey guys. Hey.
All right.
What's up?
Now this is how we do. I have to verify that you guys can hear Rachel. I am not playing Alien Isolation again.
Can you hear me? Say yes or no.
Okay, because
Xbox.
it's coming up. You're registering, and this would be like one of the few times that we automatically have sound correct right away. Hey, Britt says you can hear, she can hear, and Skull, what bonjour, Skull.
Hey.
Skull Edits is here. Oh my gosh, you guys! All right, so let's jump right in. It has been a little bit of an off and on week for me, but I want to hear all about Lady Snipeshot's week. What you've been doing, what you've been playing. Tell us about everything, life and the games and the work and all the stuffs.
All those stuffs. Not much is going on in the work department except misery. I won't go into that. I have also, it's so funny because I've been gradually getting my seasonal cold or whatever.
Uh-oh.
And last night on my stream, I progressively was getting worse as my stream went on. It was kind of funny. I was like, oh, okay, well, I can't breathe and I sound horrible by the end.
Oh my gosh.
But I've been trying to kind of take it easy. I haven't really been playing a whole lot this week just because I've been so tired and just feeling so blah. I have been playing I've been playing Best Fiends on my phone.
Wait, what? Best Themes?
It's called Best Fiends, like Fiends, Fiends.
Oh my gosh!
Friends.
Is that the old Channel Frederator animated show?
I have no idea, to be honest.
Oh no! Wait! No.
It's a new game.
Okay,
it's a new game.
Okay, I'm thinking.
It's like a little mobile game.
Making Fiends.
Yeah, no.
Okay, no, that's different. That's different. Okay.
But yeah, so I've been doing that, just relaxing on my couch most of the time. It's a fun little game, kind of like a combination between Candy Crush and Battle Camp and some other puzzly games. But anyway, that's my lazy game. Aside from that, I'm gonna be editing a podcast soon. So that's gonna be fun. My friend that I used to work with at Half Price Books, he has a sci-fi book review podcast that he does, and I told him a while back, I was like, listen, if you ever need any help, just some editing, take off of the pressure a little bit, let me know, because I like to edit podcast and sound and stuff. And he hit me up, and because he's doing some kind of revamping of his show, and so yeah, I'm gonna be doing that soon, which will be fun, I think, to get right back into doing some media stuff. So that's cool. But that's pretty much my week. Not very eventful, just a little lazy.
Well, it ain't nothing wrong with being a little lazy every now and then. It's when you are lazy all of the time that's a problem. I.e., this room. It's a little blurred out, but it is also a little kind of messy. You guys can probably see it. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So for me, this has been a short work week. Um, I I went to work on Monday and Tuesday and busted my hump to get a bunch of videos and then photos re-edited. And then we are putting out our magazine. And oh my gosh, what's today's date? Today is the 20th. I have 4 days to write an article, and I haven't finished listening to the interview. And oh my gosh, I'm so behind, so freaking behind in this thing. And I've got meetings all day on Monday and meetings all day on Tuesday, and it's due on the 24th. So,
Oh no.
yeah, midnight oil.
Yep, I was about to say. Sounds like me.
Today's the 21st. Oh crap! Shoot. Well, that's not great. Um, so yeah, we'll have fun with that. Says Lem. um, so, but yeah, and the reason I had to take most of the week off is because my daughter, my oldest, moved to Alaska, and
Aww.
she is there now. We spent um, most of the week in Minneapolis at um, around and by the Mall of America and in the Mall of America, which is where I picked up the headset that I'm wearing. And you may or may not be able to tell that I'm wearing a headset because that picture is so small. But right here, and we're gonna test it out afterwards. I have it on, and I'm using it with the computer, but I don't use my headset mic for my computer. I use my Blue Yeti Midnight. So yeah, but yeah, so she moved, and it's all good. It's all good. She's moving to be closer to the boy that I would not be surprised if he asked her to marry him very soon.
Aww.
Seriously, like they remind me of my wife and I when we were their age and how infatuated they are and all that jazz. So yeah. So
Aww.
and he's a good kid. He's a good kid. Yeah,
That's good.
they're both super young. Super young. But so was I when I moved away from home. She's actually 2 years older than I was um, than I was at her age. Well, when I moved away from home, she's 2 years older and about 30 years more mature. So, I mean, than I am right now. So, let alone back then. You know, but yeah, so that's, you got dad, that's all like, my baby. Not really, because I'm not that
Aww.
guy. I'm not that guy. And it's a little sad that I'm not that guy. Because all of my friends are that guy. I'm the one guy that seems to not have a heart when it comes to that.
Everybody approaches things differently.
Yeah. It's like I'm the odd man out in my friends for that. So, but so this week I played Overwatch, of course. There's a new skin for Bastion that I cannot wait to get some photos of. Oh my gosh, he's made out of Legos. So
Legos?
yes,
That's awesome.
primary color Legos. So I am so excited for that. Looks like Shell's going to help me out with that after the show. Um, Logan, if you're on, man, let's do that up too. Um, I played some Warframe this week. Actually, we got back. I played Warframe on Wednesday morning. Try to continue on with the story where you have to scan all the flowers, and you can only do
So
that at
much fun, right?
only certain times of the day. And I was like, I want to get this. I want to get this done today. But you could like two of them are nighttime and one's a daytime, and it changes every 4 hours, daytime and nighttime on Earth. So
Yep.
I couldn't do it. I couldn't get it done. So, oh man.
That's funny.
So yeah.
I
So
remember doing that one.
uh,
Lots of fun.
I was uh not crazy about it. Let me just tell you that.
Like trying to find the moss. That's great.
Wait, you have to find moss too? Shoot.
Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna
Um,
be fun.
yeah, it's great. Finding moss in a video game is wonderful.
uh, all right. New frames. Yes, there are new frames, Shell. Goss is now on console.
Yes. And have you seen the Harrow Deluxe skin? Oh my
I don't even
goodness.
have Harrow yet.
I don't
So-
have Harrow yet either. I don't have him either. I refuse to do defection missions. I refuse. I hate them.
what are defection missions? What do you have to do?
Defection missions are when you have to go like find the people
Oh
and lead
yes.
them to the
Oh
end.
my gosh. Yeah. Me, Shell, and Drew did, and I think T Dog did a few of those. Yeah.
I hate defection missions.
I wasn't. Yeah. No.
You can use Oberon though, so. But anyway, that's beside. That's not here or there. We're not playing Warframe right
Well,
now.
we're not, but one of us
I
is.
am. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know. What is this Warframe we speak of?
um, so that was my Tuesday. No, it was my Wednesday, and that was right before we left to go to Mall of America, and the fam and I did the Nickelodeon Land thing there, and that was a lot of fun. I had a good time with the kids. Um, and we went on some roller coasters that I didn't puke on. Um, I didn't seriously. No, that's not like a hey, I didn't do this. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. I seriously didn't puke on them. Shell says they are the
That's
worst.
funny.
No, I don't want to close photo mode. I want to get back to this and do some poses. Um, what else did I play? And I got home last night after drinking an energy drink to try to stay awake to help my wife stay awake because she drives. Um, well, I fell asleep. And when I woke up, the energy drink kicked in.
Oh no.
So I was
That's
up till
hilarious.
like 3 o'clock in the morning, 3:40 in the morning. I fell asleep playing Warframe, but in Captura. So
That's funny.
yeah, but I think today I'm gonna play some Overwatch, get my 9 wins. Oh my, guys! This week I did play a game while I was away. I played actually a couple more games while I was away. I played a lot of Beat Saber. And I'm feeling it like in here. Like this is actually getting semitone in, in here. Not so much down here with the pouchy belly, but up in here, I'm feeling it. So yay. Um, but I also got to play as we were driving it there, and then Polyarch had um, posted something about, hey, this quote, and the quote said, the reason VR was made, about Moss, the Polyarch's game Moss. And I was like, oh man, I can't wait to get this. I'm gonna have to sneak it past the CFO, but she's really good at the books. It doesn't help that she's my wife as well. And and then somebody contacted me and gifted me a code for Moss. It was
Oh
really cool.
wow.
Yeah, it was really cool. So thank you, anonymous gifter. If you want to stay anonymous, if not, let me know and I will shout it to the world. But for now, how was the mall? It was pretty good. It was pretty good, Jesse. Uh, that's Jesse's old stomping grounds. It's out by the mall. Um, but yeah, so Moss, guys. Oh my gosh. Tonti and Seraph have said, and they've said it on the show, watching it, Quill is adorable. The game is so cool watching it. But when you get into it and you have to be into it to fully appreciate what's going on with this game. And it is freaking
Nice.
nuts. Like, they are so right. Like, because I've got the Oculus Quest, there are no wires for me. So if I have enough room, I can make this big giant circle where I want to go, and I can go anywhere in this scene. It's I'm using. I wish the Oculus Quest had just a screenshot button, um, because that would be great. I need to see if there's a mod for that, but because you have to go out of what you're doing, hit take screenshot, then there's like a 5 second timer. But
Gotcha.
but it's like I'm walking around with my camera because I've got this free wide area to go.
That's
It's
really cool.
Oh, it is so cool. I'm getting all kinds of stuff. I maybe have played I don't know, maybe 3 to 4 hours tops. Tops. It's a short game, but gametography. Uh,
That lengthens it so much.
and this is my first playthrough, and a lot of people play straight through, their games, uh, and then they go back and do game photography. That's not me. I have to do it as we do it. I'm so impulsive that way. Um,
I
so
try to stay focused on playing, but I'm not really good at staying focused on playing either. So I try, but at least when it's the first go around. But yeah, no.
yeah,
So I get it. I totally get it.
there we go. I like that light. But yeah, so it is so freaking cool. So Tonti, thank you for any and all help that you've given and will give, because I know that I'm gonna be coming to you with questions. Suraf, who is on hiatus, thank you for answering my texts. By the way, I texted Suraf. I said, "I miss your snark." And you said, "You're so abused, you don't know what to do without it." he's not wrong. Oh, I love that guy.
Oh no! I'm being attacked by the emissary thingies or the things.
um, and Tonti says, "You know how much I love your shots so far." And I'm just getting started. I'm just getting started. I just finished talking to. Okay, Tonti, how long is the game, and how long am I in? Not counting gametography, if I just got finished talking to Toad for the first time. So yeah, so people can get a perspective of how much time, like, I should have been it should be versus how long it actually is. Oh man, but yeah. So that's been my week.
Nice.
um, so let's get into a little bit of news, shall we? Oh,
Yes.
the game was 3 hours. If you ran through it before they added content, so now I guess it's 4. All right, guys. So the game itself is 4 hours. I probably have put in. Well, hold on. I can tell you. Because of Lightroom. um, all right, so this first 2019, the 18th at 10, no, 9:57. All right, and then hold on. Okay, 9:57. All right. So that's about a half an hour on the 18th. Okay, the 19th. I know you guys don't need to know all this, but I'm doing it anyway. Um, so that's about. Oh my. 45 minutes on the morning of the 19th. Okay, so yeah, I'm probably about about 3, maybe 3 hours. We'll just say 3 hours in to this game. I should be done with it.
Oh my god.
But I'm sitting here doing this and going down, getting down to Quill's level and like saying hi and patting her on the head and like, oh my god, it's so cute. And then looking around and seeing the silhouette of these deer and I'm like, shh, I need to take pictures of the deer. Quill, don't move. It's so good. So good. Anyway, let's get into news, shall we?
Sounds good.
Now you have a PS4, right?
Yes.
Okay, and
Yes.
you have two PS4s in your house.
Yes.
one was
Yes, we do.
one was a gift, was a kind of a gift to yourself type deal thing, and the other one was a I need to have a system. Um,
Yeah. I need my own individual system, Justin. But no, 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 no. Let me tell you this about that real quick. It was not me that said that. Justin's like, you know what? I think we need two PS4s, and I was like, no, we don't need two PS4s. So we got the one PS4, and then we were having to wait for each other to play it. I'm like, you know what? I think we need another PS4. So yeah.
Oh man. So, all right. So, you don't have an Xbox.
No,
At one
I
point,
don't.
did you ever consider getting an Xbox?
I have. I have, especially because there's some things that I can't play on PS4.
Right.
We do have a Switch too, by the way, but that's beside the point. Um, but yeah, the Switch is our only other console right now. But I've also considered getting a PC at some point. But Xbox has been on the radar. It's just we just haven't
Right.
done that yet. So.
Well, they have this thing for Xbox called Game Pass, and you
Mhm.
pay, and they have Ultimate Game Pass, so you can do PC and Xbox stuff. And you pay a certain fee per month or annually, and you get access to over 100 games, and you also get access to exclusives, Xbox exclusives, day of launch, sometimes before, but day of launch. And this is all included. So if you're the type of person like me that plays a game and if it doesn't have a photo mode, you never go back to it, it's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. And I have
I can see
this,
that. Yeah.
and I have this. As a matter of fact, I've had it. I've had Game Pass um, since it started. Uh,
Mhm.
and now they have Ultimate Game Pass where PC is connected. And what you could do is your Xbox Live, which is the online. It's basically the PS Plus version for Xbox. Um, the Ultimate Game Pass combines all those, so you only are paying one fee, and it's not really a price break, but it's all in one.
Mhm.
And if you upgraded to the Ultimate with PC, they were at tacking on time, and your time lasted. Well, I did that, and there was a glitch, and now I have Game Pass
Oh,
till
interesting.
2022.
Oh, wow. Hey, hey.
And Gears of War 5 just came out, and I'm not a huge Gears fan, but I just read the other day that, well, actually the other day, it was this morning. The days are blending. Uh, that Gears 5, there there is a hint out there that Gears 5, as gorgeous as it is getting an official photo mode.
That's
And
awesome. That's awesome.
that freaking blows my mind. I have not finished Gears 1 yet. And because I stop and I manipulate and I know where to crop and just to get my shot in Gears 1. Oh my
Uh-huh.
gosh, guys. Gears 5 is getting an actual photo mode. The gross enemies are going to be top tier for me. I'm so excited. They are so gross.
Nice.
um, yeah, so excited for that. And right now, it's technically like a hint slash rumor that
Mhm.
one of the developers kind of somebody out there was like, "Hey, we need a photo mode for this game. It looks so good. I want to blah blah blah," and their answer was "Patience, young grasshopper." So that wasn't a no, you're not getting it. Yeah.
Yeah, that was more of a just, yeah, that's awesome. I love that developers are recognizing that adding a photo mode is a huge benefit to them. Yeah, I mean
Yes.
that's kind of where it comes from, but like it's a great thing to have, and I'm so glad that so many more are putting them into games.
Yes.
Like I didn't expect Borderlands to ever have a photo mode, and it has a photo mode. So,
Yes.
that's super cool. It's not something you'd expect, but I don't know. I think it's an important addition. So,
Auntie says, "Is that how
we
we
want
sound?
photo
We
mode.
want
We
photo mode.
want, yeah,
We want photo mode.
yeah.
Give us photo mode now. Why does it
I
have a
think that's
photo
how we
mode?"
sound.
That's exactly how I sound when I say it. Actually, I mean, this is not my regular voice. Especially when I talk about wanting a photo mode. I sound just like that.
Did I just sound that way? I'm sorry if I did. No, I'm not sorry.
No,
But
no, don't be.
okay, good.
Own it.
Own it. Own the wine.
Yes, own the wine.
Oh man. I
Alright.
never I knew that when we were first started messing around with photo mode that it was something like really cool and was turning into something, but I never thought it would be like people would love it this much. It's
Right.
really awesome.
It's very cool. Lulu's here. Not exclusively,
Hey.
only like. Is that how we sound? uh, we miss you, Lulu. Come home sometime. Come back for a visit. uh, yeah, cool. So that's number one. Um,
What's number 2?
Number two, we'll talk about games that I've never heard of getting a photo mode. So
You know what? Please tell. Please tell.
Okay. Apparently it's just for the Japanese version of this, and I can't find this anywhere. I looked on my Switch, I looked on Steam, I can't find this anywhere. Atelier, Atelier, Ryza, Ryza. Updates are coming in October, and they're getting a photo mode. Now, it looks like an RPG style anime, blah, blah, blah. I know I just lost Tante at anime. And I've never played it, never heard of it. Just looked up. I always look up photo mode news.
Yeah.
And that's what popped up. And I don't know what that is. But it looks pretty cool. Britt, dock off the bed. Oh, TAM. Hey, Britt, before you leave, I'm going to skip ahead to Gametographer of the Week. Because it's you! It's you! It's you, you guys. It's Britt. If you guys... and here's the reason that it's Britt. I'm going to put this in the chat here. Where are you? Gametographer of the Week. Copy here. Put this in the chat. We'll come back to games we don't know. Brit was my choice for Gametographer of the Week this week. Not just because she's an amazeballs freaking gametographer. All right, shout out PAX Australia. But because of this article that she wrote, it talks about what we as gametographers, as virtual photographers, deal with on a daily basis from photographers and gamers. Is this photography? And it's so good. You guys need to read it. It's very well done. Very it speaks from the heart of a virtual photographer, but not to be blind to how others could perceive it. So, Britt, good on you. I cannot wait to see the rest of it, because this is just the first part of a series, guys. So make sure you check it out. And also, Britt, I'm just throwing this out there. 2 little syllables. 3 little syllables. Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
2 syllables. Spidey. Lots of syllables. Mr. Stark, I don't feel so good. Right? Just, please. Please, 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 please. All right? So, all right. Britt, get to sleep. 2 frickin' a.m. Oh, my gosh. All right. But has anybody ever heard of Spider-Man is up next? Yeah, Britt. Has anybody ever heard of this game? Atelier blah blah. Here, I'm gonna put this in the chat as well. Let me know if you've heard of this game. It looks to me like it's Japanese on the Switch, and it's got a cool looking style and what you can do with it. And so I would love to. I want to play with this, just because it's a style that I haven't really got to play with photo mode. I mean, this is the guy that got Rage 2. I love Rage 2, by the way. Didn't really do much with the story, and just running around shooting mutants and taking pictures.
Shooting mutants and shooting mutants.
Yeah. Exactly. Shooting mutants and shooting mutants. So so that's seriously, just come on now. Come on. Oh man, I cannot wait. DP Dwarf says nope, doesn't ring a bell, but if it's getting a photo mode, I might have to check it out. Ask my boy. Oh! Our Epic is here. He's our expert on games like this. The Atelier games have been going on for ages. They're JRPG time management alchemy games. Uh, and then Rust says someone shared the news about that on another server I'm on. Says I've seen several ads for it. Temco Koei. Oh, they're the ones that do Dynasty Warriors 9. Uh, uh, Makes one of my favorite series, and in the emails I get, they've been talking about it a lot. Don't know much about it. All right, yeah. So it's a thing. People know of it. I'm just in the dark. I mean, and like that's a surprise.
I'm I'm more in the dark than you are. I'm way in the dark. Like I live in the darkness. I am the darkness.
I am the night.
That's me.
All right, so there's that. Their publishers, Omega Force, make. Oh, their publishers make the Dynasty Warriors games. Okay, good. The dark. I am dark. The Dalemnork. I don't know how to say that, Logan. Oh my gosh! All right, I'm having fun today, you guys. This is a good bit of stream today. I missed you guys. Um. So yeah, so we talked.
I'm sure they missed you too after last week. I know I did. I was like, Lim.
Well, Dot Pone and I did one on Saturday, so that was a good
the week
one.
before that. That's what
Yeah. Let's see here. I don't think they get the joke. Logan was just putting me in the dark. Oh, that's a good one, dude. All right. So starting a little segment called Gametography Confessions. For times when I haven't finished reading the book that I want to read and talk and apply stuff to here. So Gametography Confessions. Confession number 1. I haven't read the book that I'm trying to apply stuff to our community to. So I'm in the middle of a chapter, and I want to make sure I have a complete understanding of the concepts before I bring it to our community. So,
what paragraph are you on? Just kidding.
I paragraph. I'm in like chapter 4 or 5.
I'm just kidding.
Lulu, what book is that? It's called Beginner's Pluck. Beginner's Pluck with a PL. PL. I want to make sure I am enunciating properly. Beginner's Pluck. Making sure. All right. So, and some of you were privy to this prior to some of the changes we've been making slowly in the gametography community. I think it's been for the better, and we're going to be continuing to make small changes to make this a supportive and loving place for virtual photographers. So that's kind of where that's coming from. It's been a really great assist for me. So, But back to you can luck with a P. Yes. Lulu, I think I got that. Pluck, right? Luck, but with a P. Exactly, Logan. Um,
Oh God.
um, hey, gorgeous, how you doing? Sorry, I'm talking to Aloy. um, but what was I saying? Ah, yes. Going back to the show notes. Confessions. Uh, I actually had a confession on Twitter earlier this week. Was it this week? 90% sure it was this week. Um, the days are blending together terribly. Um, 3 days ago, so yes, this week. Um, it was confession time. Actually, hold on. Before I get into this, do you have a confession that you want to make, ladies type shot?
Me? Me? Are you hinting to what I said before the show? Is that what that is? Sure. I feel like I'm failing at life. No, like I feel for
oh,
myself
oh,
that
wait. No,
what?
not the heavy one.
Oh, okay.
Not the heavy one. We'll talk about the heavy one in a
Oh,
sec.
my other confession. So, my streams at 12 o'clock in the middle of the night, they get a little weird. Um, so I had a confession on stream last night that Kratos is my boy. If I had a character crush, Kratos would be it. So, yeah. So that's my confession number one. Apparently, I have a second one too. We won't go
Well,
there yet.
yeah, you don't have to go there at all. I
Well,
was
I don't
just
care.
I was just looking for Kratos.
Well, there you go.
um, clean segue. Gotta run to the post office. Be back soonish. All right, Logan. Um, my other confession, guys. This week I posted it up on Twitter about 3 days ago. It said confession time. I've been living with self doubt in my gametography work for some time. I'm done with it. Not the art, mind you, but the self doubt. This is for all of you that are there too. Stop it. It sucks, and you're better than that. Let's get this train moving. Um, hashtag VGP Unite. Um, Kratos, hold on. Kratos killed his last wife, though. You're playing with fire if you date him.
That's funny.
Um, but I seriously, guys, I think part of what goes on with me is I look at other people's work and I compare my work to theirs. And I still do it, even though I confess that it's not like I'm not doing it. It's something that I struggle with. Um, it because our community uh, is they're so talented at this stuff um, that I can't help but want to be so much better.
Mm-hmm.
You know, um, and to me that looks like, I mean, it's hard to say what that looks like. You know,
Yeah.
what does it look like to be better at this? And it's, is it popularity? Is it? And we talked a little bit about this with Pone and I last week, and we actually had a poll um, on Twitter for the Gametographers channel. Uh, would you rather have quality or popularity? And for me, I think I was viewing it as I don't have that popularity because my quality isn't there, and how am I supposed to get my quality there? Um, and we say it, we preach it all the time. It's not about that. It's not about the popularity. It's about art and how it works for you. Um,
Mhm.
but that's not to. I mean, I'd be a liar if I didn't if I said that it still doesn't hit me. You know.
Yeah. Well, I think it hits everybody at a, different way, I mean, it may not even be gametography. Like, for instance, I have a film degree. I should be making little films and little things, and I'm not. Like, why am I not doing these things? And that's where my insecurity comes in at. And it goes along with that self-doubt that, you get at times. Mine's a little bit more, I feel, self-inflicted because I'm sitting over here yelling at myself, like, why aren't you doing these things? And I'm like, because I don't want to. And then I'm like, yeah, you do. And no, I don't. you know and it's like, I'll do it later. I'm great at procrastinating, by the way. um but I think we all battle a little bit of self-doubt in some way, in some form. It's a little different for me, because I try not to look at other people's work too much.
Right.
I try to learn from other people's work, but I try not to compare myself, because the thing that I know and that I realize is that my own vision, my own art is valuable, and I'm going to see something different than somebody else will. And even if, like, one thing that I learned in film school, and this is, I don't know if I'm getting off subject or off track or whatever,
You
but
are a-okay, sis.
um but one thing that I learned is that, for instance, like with editing, you can have the same exact footage, the same dialogue, same everything, and two people are not going to cut it the same. um, you're going to get different messages, even with inflections. Somebody may choose one cut over another, where one cut is more serious while the other cut is, or piece is more comical, and you're going to get something totally different. But I learned that each one was fascinating and great in its own way. And so it's the same way with your art and things like that. And that's how I try to look at that. But don't feel like you're the only one that feels that way, because a lot of us do, just maybe in a slightly different way. And that's what I know that we're trying to be, is a home for people, for those feelings, to where we can lift each other up. So,
Right. Exactly. Um,
but
let's see here. In the chat here, we've got Lulu. Us girls seem to go for that, like a bad boy. Epic.
so I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one that likes.
I don't know. Is Bayek considered a bad boy? Because Rosa. Rosa's got a thing.
Oh, that's funny.
Here, I gotta get out of this pose. Um, let's see here. Epic says, "I'm very casual in the Discord." Speaking of our Discord, I believe. Um, I look more than post, but it's true. There are so many incredible images in there with so many ridiculously talented people. Logan says, "Procrastinators unite tomorrow."
Yeah. Yeah.
DP
Absolutely
Dwarf, what's
great.
up, Dwarf? You're not alone, Lem. I think most of us have felt like that at one point or another. Nope, you're not, says Lulu. Um, I
You
look
know,
at
Go ahead.
some of like I'm in I'm in Horizon Zero Dawn right now, and I'm not getting anything that I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so awesome, and God darn it, I see I see things when people post in this game that I'm like, holy frick frack, man. Make it work, dude. You know, granted, admittedly, I don't play this game a lot anymore.
Hmm. Well, I guess it comes back to like they just have a different eye,
Yeah.
when, and it's okay. It's absolutely okay because you're good. They probably see your pictures and go, man, I didn't think about that. Or, oh, wow, I didn't think about doing it that way or putting the camera there. Or, like, I've done that. I've looked at, like, I love your close up shots. Like, you used to post those all the time. And I was like, man, why did I think about doing that? Like, that looks so good. Um, so, and we inspire each other. And I would, rather than looking at other people's stuff as, like, well, I'm not that good, let it be your inspiration and experiment and try and see. It's not copying, it's just trying something new. If you're like, well, how did they do that? And then, apply it as a learning experience
Right.
and if you can't get it there, and figure out how they did it, ask them. More often than not, if you ask people like, hey, how did you even do that? Um, they'll tell you. Like, I started doing vertical shots on my Instagram just because I wanted something new. I wanted something fresh. I wanted it to look different than what I had been posting. Um, and now I've got this thing where I feel like I have to be uniform and I can't do anything different. But that's beside the point.
Just
Because that's
think
what happens.
9. Just do 9 vertical and then call it good. Switch back to going back and forth.
Well, see, that's what we get. We get in little cycles like, oh, well, oh, crap. Now I've gotten in a funk. But, like, I didn't know how to do the borders for, I'm like, how are they getting such long shots to work on Instagram?
Oh,
And
right.
so I found some people who were doing it, and I was like, what are you using to get those borders? Because I would like to do that. And I had people tell me, they use Snapseed, they use the expand button. I'm like, okay. And I tried it. I'm like, oh, okay, okay. So, it's just, you know, like I said, use it as a learning experience versus beating yourself up because you don't need to beat yourself up because you're amazing.
You hear that, you guys? You guys are amazing.
That was
Remember.
directed at them, but that was more directed at you in that moment.
Oh, thank you.
Not gonna lie.
All right. Let's see. Tonti says, uh, I'm already thinking that about Lem's Moss photos. Why didn't I think of that? It's super inspiring. Oh, thanks, Tonti. Um, DP Dwarf. I think it took about 1,000,000 shots to get halfway decent with the HDD photo mode. Also, everyone has their strength. I love portraits and suck at landscapes. Oh, preach to the choir, bro. It's definitely something I try to get better at. If you want landscapes, you go look at some of Lady Snipe Shot's old HDD stuff. Because that's I used to be so admittedly jealous about that. Like I would tell her, I would DM her on purpose to tell her how freaking jealous I was about her freaking landscapes. I'm like, I kind of hate you, but you're inspiring and amazing, and I hate you. And oh
Well,
crap, I just
thanks, Lim.
I hate your guts. Oh my gosh, I love
I don't
it.
ever remember receiving those messages like
Oh,
that.
oops. Maybe I just thought that.
Confessions. Confessions.
Confessions.
Is that what we're doing? Was it like under the surface there?
Okay, no, it wasn't that bad.
But oh yeah, that's the thing about the landscapes. That's why I haven't really done them in a while. Is because One, I hadn't really found a game that had like the versatility that Horizon Zero Dawn does with the landscapes, and as great of a photo mode as it is. Until recently, like finding Assassin's Creed Odyssey, I've been doing some vertical um, landscapes. It's weird to say vertical landscapes, but
No, but you
I've
get
been
it
doing
though.
some of those, like kind of like more wallpapery type things. Um, I'll probably, go back into that because it's so open world. You can go anywhere in that game. And I think for really good landscapes and stuff, you really need to be able to go where you want in a game because you have to be able to climb to high peaks and go to corners of the map that typically you can't go into.
Right.
Um,
Wear your
and that's
heavy armor.
I know. With Horizon, have you seen my Horizon Zero Dawn map? I have been everywhere. Everywhere on that map. All of my campfires and everything. Every single corner of it is I've been to.
I've been
But
everywhere, man.
yeah. Oh, thanks for watching Stupidly Epic, by the way.
Yeah,
I didn't feel like it was that amazing, but cool, thanks. I appreciate it.
epic.
Oh man.
Epic is amazing. I mean, he's aptly named.
um, I think it's because I had I was showing the part where the Blades of Chaos. You get the Blades of Chaos. If you
Uh,
guys missed it, I'm sorry. I'm not
it's on the
replaying that
VOD.
scene.
It's on the VOD.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's true. That's true. That is the most amazing. I love that scene so much, and that uh chills the whole time.
I
But
had never played any other God of War and I got chills.
yeah, it's just that was epic. Like the way that they did that and cut that together, and had him have to go back and put on his shackles is
Hmm.
great. Um,
All right.
but
Did you want to talk about your second, or did you already do it?
Oh, well, I kind of did. It's like a thing where, like I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing in my life. I was kind of telling you before the show,
Right.
trying to decide, now that I'm out of LA, like we finally got a house, so I can kind of really sink my teeth into, like the thought process of like what am I doing? And where am I going? Do I want to stay at my job and do things on the side? Do I want to just, dive into media? Do I want to find a new job where I have a better schedule? What am I doing? And, for me, it's like, it's tiring. And that, like having all of these things going on at once, it gets me down sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm so thankful that I have such a fun hobby because it keeps me like, well, I'm just going to go take some pictures. I'm going to go do this. I'm going to go do that. Um, but it's like it's hard to live in this life and world and society that we live in these days, and it's because everything is going so fast and you feel like you're going to get left behind.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the same way with the gametography, the virtual photography community. Like, we've talked about this before, Lim. Um, I think part of the reason maybe while you're feeling the way you're feeling is because there's such an influx in the amount of people doing this now that you're seeing new things and seeing different things and seeing new people and seeing different talents come up, out of the woodwork, and you're just like, oh man, like I've been doing this now for how long, and they seem to just like get this shot that I never thought of this whole entire time and this way of doing things, and it's like
Exactly.
it kind of it's like you don't want to get lost in like you know you still want to keep you want to be seen, it's
Right.
you want your art to be seen, and when things get a little flooded it makes it harder and harder to be seen. And but again, like we've talked about, it's not necessarily about being seen, but at the same time, it's okay to want to
Right.
to have your work
I
seen,
think it's.
because why not?
I think it's. even less so about being seen and more about being relevant.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know,
Exactly.
like knowing that
Exactly.
what I'm doing is contributing to the community.
Yeah. Totally. I
So,
totally get that.
so
And with more people doing things, it's you sometimes can feel like it's like, well, am I doing enough?
right.
Am I, because I don't feel that way. I feel like I'm not doing enough either. If it makes you feel better, I feel like I'm like, man, there's a million things I could be doing and applying. And it kind of goes back to what I was saying, with um, my whole ordeal is like, why am I not applying my film degree and the things that I know how to do and that I'm talented in to what we're doing to make this better?
Mm-hmm.
Like, why am I not using that? Um, so I beat myself up too, dude. I do all the time. You can ask Justin. So,
All right.
but that actually kind of leads to the next part, which would be you assigned the question to me again.
Oh
I actually
yes!
have a question now. I thought
Yay!
about it.
Question of the
I
week.
didn't let it sneak up. Yeah, yeah. I didn't let it sneak up on me, and I'm prepared. Is what I'm trying to say. So my question in relation to what we're talking about is when you feel either insignificant or you feel down or you are, maybe, feeling this way that we're talking about, what do you do to make yourself feel better? What do you do? What's your process of, you know, making that feeling go away and
Uh,
not validating that feeling?
um.
That's my question.
Ooh, that's a great question. Chat, what's your answer? While you guys are thinking about your answers and putting them in the chat, I will let Lady Snipeshot give her answer.
Oh, my answer. I
No, I'm
don't have
kidding.
an answer.
I'm
I'm
kidding.
asking, what do you guys do? Because I don't know what to do.
I say that because I think that what I do isn't necessarily healthy. Um, I think what I do when I start feeling that way, I tell myself, "Suck it up, Buttercup. Get better. Get good, noob."
Yeah.
So I don't think that's the healthiest way of thinking about it.
Well, then maybe that should be a goal of ours to, instead of feeding into that, like breaking down the situation of why we feel that way and finding an alternative way to like think about it in a positive way and put a positive spin on it and then actively move towards that. Does that make
I
sense?
think that's a good idea.
And for each of us, when we're feeling that way, let somebody know. And then, because you shouldn't have to deal with that feeling on your own, because it's a real feeling and it can affect you. you know let's talk to each other and let's lift each other up and see if we can find ways to help each other, because that's what we're about.
I like
So
it. DP Dwarf. Well, if someone has a way to deal with that, please let me know. I typically let myself go into such a this is Logan deep dive that self pity that I come out of it like a day later with the mindset like, okay, you're being ridiculous. You're not actually that bad. Yeah, and I think that's probably one of the best things you can do, my friend. I like that idea.
yeah,
Yeah, cool.
you gotta positive affirmations that, like, all the new agers and hippie folk like
Yep.
to do. we
And
need to we need to do that to
there's
ourselves.
my next series. VP affirmations. TM Gametographers. All right. Um, DP says, I was going to say that doesn't sound very healthy, Lamb. I try to tell myself the way that I see things sometimes isn't truly reflective of how things really are. When you're down, your view of the world gets skewed. Even small things are suddenly problems. Yeah. Lulu says, I read a book recently called The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Duck. Explain, except replace the D with an F. I've seen that book. Actually,
I've
pretty
sold that book.
insightful. uh,
I've been curious about that book. It's good to hear a review about it because we sell that book. Like we've sold so many copies of that book. It's ridiculous. So
cool. All right. Oh, hold on. There you go. There, Epic. I missed yours. There's a really good small YouTube channel I watch called Every Frame of Painting. It's not gaming, but it discusses a lot about composition and framing, as well as directing techniques from films. A handy resource for any photographer, I reckon. Yeah, absolutely.
yeah, that is actually I agree with that. It's a great series if you are, learning photography and you're not sure about a few techniques and different things like that. Seriously, give it a go, watch it. It'll help you out a whole lot with being able to tell stories in your photos rather than just taking photos.
Yes.
It's awesome. Very
That's
awesome.
oh my gosh. I think that's the key is just having each frame tell a story. It's good stuff. All right. Well, I want to thank everybody for coming on in, and we didn't talk about a lot of things this week, and I apologize. Um, but first off, if you we've talked about our Discord in here today a lot, and if you haven't joined our Discord, join on in. It's a bunch of gametography nerds that are also hippies. So we're all here to just make sure that we love each other well and take care of each other because of these things that as artists we go through. It's not our Discord is not necessarily about, hey, look at my stuff, hey, look at my stuff. Granted, hey, look at our stuff. But it's really about building a community that is there to support each other, not just your art, but you as the artist. So there's that.
Yep.
Secondly, if you'd like to support, you can hold on. You can support us on Patreon. And we have an IRL gallery, which, by the way, we have two IRL galleries. I think I've mentioned this before. One where a single gametographer will be posted, and then one where 3 gametographers will be posted. It is the end of September. I'm going to check in with SideQuest Games. They should be in their new location, and we'll get the latest people up. And hopefully by the middle of next month, we'll have pulled the new ones, and we'll be opening up for others to join in on that fun. So keep an eye out in the Discord for that. So that'll be coming up. But if you want to put a dollar in the tip bucket, you can go right there, and that is Patreon, and you get stuff. You get stuff every month for being a patron. Go check out the link, and you can see what it is. Make sure you choose a tier, because we have one patron who donates every month but hasn't chosen a tier, and they still get their stuff, but it reminds me that who needs what.
Are you talking about me?
No, I know what tier you are.
Okay, just making sure that I because I tend to miss stuff and miss details a lot.
No, you're all good.
So I just wanted to be sure.
You're all good.
Okay.
But you were about to say something as I was talking about that.
Yeah, I was just gonna throw up a little reminder. I am, just because of our move and everything, I got a little bit behind on the yearbook. But now that we are settled, I'm gonna be getting back on that and into that. I'm gonna go through and check, for those of you who are involved, I'm gonna check to see what I have and what I'm missing. And I'm going to be posting probably a list or emailing you personally to let you know what I need from you if you're missing something. November 1st, I will officially make that the final deadline. I know it's in the deadlines already, but um, for everything that I'm missing, that will be the deadline is November 1st. I'll throw that up in the Discord either today or tomorrow, um, with a few more details. But I just wanted to let you guys know it's
Awesome.
still going, just been a little bit delayed.
All right. And then finally, guys, November 2nd, we are we are going to be working with the Children's Hospital of Wisconsin for Extra Life. Two of my kids were in that hospital, uh, so we'll be doing a 24-hour stream to raise money for funds for that hospital. And don't worry, they're fine. You guys have seen Bad Gamer Jr. He's fine. He's doing really well for a 2 pound 5 ounce kid. He's doing really good. And my oldest, who just moved to Alaska, she's doing pretty good too. She was 2 pounds 5 3/4 ounces. So, preemies. Let's just talk. Ugh. Anyway, so let's help those kids out with their HP. And if you donate, which we already have one donator, it's already started. Somebody's already started and donated. Epic, looking at
Nice.
you. You get entered in for winnings and such. We have physical things, we have games, we have all kinds of stuff, posters, comic books that we'll be giving away. All right. So, thanks everybody for hanging out. Rach, where can they find you?
Instagram and Twitter under Lady Snapchat,
There you go.
and nowhere else right now. Well, PlayStation, but hey,
Hey,
that's beside the point.
Reboot, what's up? Hi. Also, you can find me as Bad Gamer Elite on Twitter, Instagram, Flickr, other places too. But start on Twitter. Start Twitter, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Flickr, all the things.
You told me this morning you're not ever on Facebook.
But personally, I'm not on Facebook. As Bad Gamer, I'm on Facebook. There's a difference between being the page and being the personal. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out. Bad Gamers Unite. Gametographers, keep on snapping. Peace.